Do I need to do cardio to lose body fat and tone up and get stronger and increase my strength? This is something that came up the other day, and the goals were very, as you can see there, very varied. So you've got toning up, the losing weight, the strength, which are all different inside the body and do require slightly different processes. So do you need to do cardio to lose weight? The answer is actually no. It requires a calorie deficit. And firstly, before we go into that, what do we define as cardio? Like for someone I talk to, they'll go, well, I do a lot of walking. I do a lot of steps. That's cardio. They're right. Someone else, they'll say, well, I do a lot of repetitions. I do resistance band work, but we do a lot of repetitions. That borderlines endurance. Of course, it's not going to be the same endurance as a marathon runner or if you're running, but you're going to get quite a lot of endurance from that if you're doing multiple reps. So it kind of crosses over to the cardio round, because sometimes we're like, yeah, but I want to keep my heart healthy. Whereabouts does that kind of blend in with that? Then you've got cardiovascular work to get a cardiovascular adaptation effect, if you like. So to make my heart fitter, stronger, to make my heart fitter and stronger, I need to maybe push it a little bit more. Maybe I go in with a little bit faster than what some higher intensity work. And that doesn't mean high impact, like Fruci Fit. Higher intensity can just mean boxing a little bit quicker. It can be moving a bit faster. So in terms of that and losing weight, it's a tool because it does burn some extra calories. And if you are looking to lose body fat and it's a calorie deficit game and you struggle with perhaps hunger or eating low enough calories to see the scales, see the body fat, see the waist start to trim down, if you like, and then it's a tool to go, well, if I get some walking in, for example, I might burn an extra 300 calories over the day if I'm walking quite a few steps. And for me, that's a nice bridge gap. Not that you should eat 300 calories more because you've walked, but just if you're increasing your energy expenditure throughout the day, that's going to help in terms of weight loss, toning up, if you like. But for other people, it might actually make them hungrier. So if you then go into like high intensity exercise and someone's like, yeah, I'm really trying to lose fat, so I'm really pushing it with some high intensity workout, but then you feel exhausted. And quite often we perceive the workout as harder than it actually was in terms of calorie burn. So if you found it really hard, you're more likely to overestimate a lot of the time how many calories you burned, which could lead to some compensation in some people. Whereas if you did something that was a bit more moderate and you left feeling, okay, I did some exercise, but I'm not like completely exhausted, then you might go, yeah, I'm okay. I'm not going to overcompensate and reward myself. So there's that. And this is knowing you. And this is where the art of knowing you is really key, and actually a bit of trial and error. And you can look at the research and it will show you the average, and that's great. That can guide us. Like I've just given you some info there, but actually then it comes down to how do you respond? Then you've got the part of, I want to build strength from muscle. I need to get stronger. I'm going in for a knee operation in a year. I'm waiting for an operation. I need to build some muscle. Of course you want to keep that cardiovascular there. But at the same time, there is a bit of an overlap in terms of it could interfere potentially with your performance, especially if you get a bit tired quite quickly and you're trying to do cardiovascular and some strength work in the same session. You've only got half an hour. Then you might, if you did your cardio at the start, by the time you get to strength work, you might struggle a little bit. So you might want to, if time's an issue, do your strength work first, get that done, then do your cardio at the end. Or if you can, maybe get your strength work in throughout the day. If you can, do little bouts of it, or maybe for the cardio side of it, you get little bouts of it, like little walks, little bits of movement throughout the day. But then you've got to consider any aches, pains. Are you warm? Is it safe to do it then as well? In an ideal world, if I was being really ideal, you'd probably do it at separate times of the day to make sure your body's recovered and feeling good if your goal was like purely muscle building. But in the grand scheme of things, let's just get moving. That's the key part. Is anything particularly you have to do? I would say the one thing that you'd probably have to do if you want to tone up and be healthy and live a kind of longer quality life is probably resistance exercise, because like I said, you can get some endurance effects from that. It's low impact. You're probably going to reduce your risk of injury in comparison to certain cardio elements. You're also going to get great into adaptations in terms of bone density, which you might not get from some cardio movements. And also it's quite nice on the joints, and also it's very appreciative, if you like. If it had feelings, resistance exercise, I'm pretty sure if it had feelings like a person, it would be very appreciative of different aches, pains. Like if I've got a bad shoulder, I can work my legs. Great. If I'm bad left knee, I can work my right knee. Great. Like we can always find a thing that we can work. And that's what I love about it. So I hope that helps in terms of, do I need to cardio toner? It does depend a bit on you, but any questions on that, do let me know. Have an awesome day. Let's make it a great week, and I'll see you soon. Take care.